Hello, race fans. I'm Danny Padilla, and you are chilling with the villain. Something happened at I-55 Speedway last week, and I had already made this video once I saw Chase Holland's video on this, but I think I took it a little personal, was a little too hostile, and after watching it and my wife giving me a hard time about posting it, I did post it, but I immediately made it private to where nobody could see it, and this is going to be my take two. So, anyways, like I said, I-55 Speedway last Friday or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they had a $10,000 to win race for the UMP modifieds, where Chase Holland and Blaze, which is Chase's new sponsor or partner or whatever. I think it's just a sponsor, but I think Chase is going to start driving a kryptonite for Blaze. So, anyways, Blaze and Chase are pitted next to each other. Um, Under the main event that night, there was an altercation between the 17 of Michael Vandereet Jr. and Blaze. So Michael didn't like it, so he decided to go to the pits and talk to Blaze about it, which, in my opinion, is a complete no-no. When you're hot under the collar, the last thing you want to do is go to somebody's pits. It's a good way to have bad results. It depends on how you approach it. So none of us are perfect. We're all going to handle our shit a different way, but it's never a good idea to go into somebody's pits. But Michael kept his conversation at a distance. Like, he wasn't in Blaze's face. He wasn't completely in his pits, ripping him a new ass or pointing fingers in his face or all up in his face. This was all a conversation that happened between Blaze and Michael at a distance at Blaze's pits. Pitted next to him was Chase Holland, who was sitting in his car listening to all this. So as Michael and Blaze exchanged words, Blaze's wife got involved, and they two, all three, kind of were exchanging words. Regardless of what they were talking about, I think is irrelevant at this point. But Chase Holland brought it upon himself to get out of his car after sitting there listening to all this conversation, and as Michael was walking away, walks up and cold cocks him with a sucker punch that put him on the ground, and eventually ended up in the hospital. Completely uncalled for. I was kind of waiting to make this video so I could hear Chase's side of the story instead of just taking one side of the story. I just wanted to hear the whole thing. But in Chase's video, this is something I can't understand. He acted just like a politician. Remember back when Bill Clinton, with Monica Lewinsky and smoking pot, he was like, "Yeah, I smoked pot, but I didn't inhale it. I inhaled it, but I didn't get high. I got high as fuck, but I didn't like it." It's like you're dragging the truth out of them little by little by little. But it always starts with that initial lie to cover up, to make yourself look good. And I think that Chase, with his fan base and with his sponsorship, did an excellent job to make it poor me, I'm a victim, please don't look down on me, and buy some more shirts and give me some more money. That's what I heard out of it. So he starts off by saying that that he felt threatened. His name was on the car, the number one car of Blaze's, and he was going to be driving that car in the future. So he felt threatened and decided that it was a great idea to walk up to a man and bust him right in his mouth or in his jaw. Not in the mouth, in the jaw and the neck area. He thought that was a good idea. That was the way to resolve it. And that's what happens when you let a kid out of the house without your parents. His parents are with him all the time. His dad's great people. I've met his dad. He's genuine. He's really good people. And I guarantee you that if he was there, this would have never went down because his dad wouldn't have allowed it. But you let Chase go out on his own, and this is what happens. So he wants to tell the public. He says in his video, "I felt threatened." How in the hell did you feel threatened? Are you kidding me right now? Seriously? You felt threatened because your name's on the car? You've got to be kidding me. Yes, Michael said, if you want to play rock'em sock'em race cars, we can do that. Dude, it's in the heat of the moment. People say things. Does it pan out? Hardly ever. It's just in the heat of the moment. And even if he did say that, which he says he did, that's not a reason to hit somebody. That's not a reason to feel threatened. That is a bullshit story. You're just, only thing you're doing is covering up the wrong you did rather than owning it. And that's why I'm making this video, because you're not owning it. You're no different than a politician. You're telling because you're in the public eye, you are telling your sponsors and the spectators, your fans, what they want to hear. Poor me, poor me, poor me, while you sent a guy to the hospital. It's a joke. It's laughable. Your video was ridiculous. Dude, you screwed up. Own it. You're not holier than thou. Maybe your dad is, but you're not. You guys preach about we're God-fearing people and we're God-loving people and this and that, and then you turn around and pull this? You've got to be kidding me. What a joke. This is no way ever okay. So let's just continue on. So anyways, you say you hit him because you felt threatened, but your name was never mentioned at all. It wasn't even about you. It had nothing to do with you whatsoever. This was between Blaze and Michael. Whoopie-doo, you know him. Whoopie-doo, your friends. That doesn't give you the right to come out of your pits into someone else's pits, whether it's your friends or not, and co-cock somebody. Completely uncalled for. Never in any way is that okay. So yeah, you messed up. You messed up big time. Why you did it, I don't know if you were just showing off for Blaze or what. But the last time I checked, Blaze can handle his own. I'm going to tell you that right now. If Blaze, you mentioned that you didn't like the way he was talking to Blaze's wife. Well, guess what, Chase? It's not your wife. It's Blaze's wife. So if Blaze has a problem with the way Michael was talking to his wife, let Blaze handle it. It was none of your business. Good God. The reason I am sitting here telling this story is the way you made your video to where you tried to make yourself look as the victim. You've got to be kidding me right now. And then you sit there and say, well, I've had other people come up to me and say they're going to junk my car, they're going to trash me, and they're going to do this to me and do that to me, and I just had enough. This was the time I wasn't going to take it anymore, so I felt threatened and I hit him. Well, here's a thought, Chase. If you have multiple people coming to you and telling you they're going to junk your shit because of the way you drove them, newsflash, learn to drive. Everybody thinks you're some golden child and think you're all that. You're not. You win at your local tracks. You got your ass handed to you in the USMTS. You're not all that. You're a decent driver, I'll give you that, but you're in the best of the best equipment. So put any decent driver in the best of the best equipment and they're going to perform the same as you. It's the elite drivers that make it above that. Ridiculous. And then you go on to say about how broke you are, how the track did you wrong, how you read the rules and you got screwed out of $600 and now you're broke, you really needed that money. But I'm not asking anybody for any money. Well, if you're not asking anybody for any money, why even bring up finances to begin with? This was about you punching somebody and you bring finances into it. So that's deflection. So first off, you say, oh, it wasn't my fault, I felt threatened. And then you deflect by saying, I really needed that money from Peevely. So basically it's Michael's fault for not mentioning you whatsoever, just letting you walk up and hit him. And then it's the track's fault for DQing you and suspending you for hitting him. It's everybody else's fault, but not yours. You're not owning any of this. This is a joke, bro. Wake up. Your fans and your sponsors deserve better. If you're going to screw up, just own it. And I would not be making this video. And then everybody's giving Michael a hard time because he pressed charges on you. Okay, let's think about that for a second. Let me walk up to you and just knock the shit out of you, and then you're incapacitated in some way, shape, or form, and you're not able to retaliate, and police come up to you, you're going to press charges. Anybody in the right mind would press charges. Why would he not press charges? Because you were not involved in the situation. That's why he pressed charges. If him and Blaze got into it, there would have been no altercations. There would have been no police calling. There would have been no, well, the police were already there, so that's irrelevant. But there would have been no presses charged at all. Charges pressed. I said that backwards. Anyways, nobody would have pressed charges because it's A and B getting into it, dealing with their shit, and it's over with. But no, you're C. You're the one that doesn't mix. You're the one that inserted yourself. So yeah, don't be shocked that you have a warrant for your arrest in Missouri. That's going to be up to the DA. I'm going to keep track. I'm going to keep track of it because it's public information and see if the DA issues a warrant for you, because that's going to be interesting to see if you actually get a warrant for your arrest or not. But I do know that if you're there, you're going to be arrested. I do know that much. So, and you deserve it. So stop saying, poor me, and stop saying, I'm not asking for money, but I'm broke. Dude, we're all broke. Name a race car driver that's not broke. We're all struggling. 90% of the average race car driver spends everything they got to get to the racetrack. If you cannot afford to race, then stay local. And I would like to be as poor as you. You've got the best of the best equipment. Brand new MB Custom. Mullins race engines, and I think you even have a backup engine, and you have a backup car, at least the last time I checked, unless you sold it, which is fine, it's irrelevant, and you have a massive car hauler. I would love to be that broke. The moral of this story, Chase, is to own your business, bro. Grow up. Be a man. You're not 17 years old. You don't need mommy and daddy looking out for you no more. You're a grown man in a grown-ass world. Own it. If you wanted to punch him out, say, yeah, I got tired of listening to his mouth. I walked up and punched him. Your fans would probably, and even everybody around you who's not your fan, would have probably appreciated that more because you're owning it. But don't sit there and say, it's his fault. He threatened me. I felt threatened. Even though my name wasn't mentioned, I felt threatened. And I'm poor, and I really needed the money, so it's Peevely's fault for breaking their own rules and not paying me. Man, come on. You got to be kidding me. So now, all you Chase Holland fans, if you guys want to comment here and bash on me, I'll take it. I might reply, but I'll take it. I won't pull a Chase Holland and delete every video, or not every video, but every comment that I don't like. Because I put a post up. Somebody asked why you got DQ'd, and I put in there that you got DQ'd for hitting somebody, and I said some other things like you have a warrant for your arrest, police are looking for you, and some more things. What did you do? The first thing you did, it wasn't on for 30 seconds. You threw the comment away and blocked me. To me, that's chicken shit. You're taking away people's freedom of speech. If you don't like the good and the bad, then there's something wrong with you because you're in the public eye. And that's another thing that your mom and dad have to realize. I see them all the time, and this is not a knock on your parents whatsoever, but because a parent is going to be a parent and they're going to take it for their kid. But I see your dad saying a lot of grown-ass men are making comments about my son and being completely cruel, and I just don't get it. But here's the thing you don't understand. The good people and the bad people are making you money because you know why? They are watching your videos. Take the good with the bad. People are going to watch this and be a Chase Holland fan and call me an idiot or call me this, that, and the other, and I'm going to leave it on there. I'm going to leave that comment for people to read. They have a right to speak. They have the right to voice their opinion. We live in land of the free where we're supposed to have freedom of speech. So let your fans, or their lack thereof, have their freedom of speech. I have a guy on my videos. He's the only guy that's harassed me. And even though I want to bitch slap him, even though I won't, and even though I want to block him, I'm not. I don't like what he had to say because he's insensitive. But you know what? I have to respect his opinion on the matter. I have to give him his freedom of speech. I may not like what he said, but I'm not going to block him, Because guess what? Even though he's talking shit to me, he still watched my video. So there you have it. That's something you need to quit doing. Stop trying to be this holier than thou, perfect child, God's gift to everybody's racetracks, and just be you. If you're a guy that wants to go around and punch people out, then own it. If you want to be holier than thou, then do it. But don't hide behind the Bible and punch somebody in the mouth. You don't get it both ways. Stop acting like you're amazing and you're not. Just own it. Be you, Chase. Just be you. You're an adult now. Own what you do. And if people don't like it, then screw them. But when you sit there and act like a politician and poor me, it's everybody's fault all the way. I inserted myself into a situation I should have never been in. Yeah, that's pathetic. So that's all I have to say on this matter. I can't wait to hear your guys' comments. I'll listen to them, and I will not delete your stuff. You can call me anything you want, say anything you want, but I want an honest opinion. Don't be biased. Don't be like, oh my God, I just love Chase. He's awesome. Look at the situation and treat that as a situation, regardless of who was doing what. It doesn't matter. Treat the situation fairly, not just because you like him. But if you guys want to pound on me, hound on me, go for it. I'll take it. I'm Danny Padilla. You've just been chilling with the villain. Peace out. Like and subscribe. We'll see you at a track near you. Bye, everybody.